We're talking about the importance of art education, and joining me is Dennis Inhulsen, the Chief Learning Officer of the National Art Education Association. Just first off, thanks for being here.
Yeah,
thanks
thank you.
Joining us.
It's a great city.
Yeah, thanks for being. You're from Indianapolis. Correct?
Yeah, I'm in Indianapolis, and it's a very artful city, and our
Yeah.
members really had a good time here. Thanks.
Yeah, well, great. So we're talking about art education. Just overall picture, how would you describe art education in the United States? I mean, is it struggling still? I mean, how would you describe it?
Well, it's individual. Different schools, different states have their own sort of problems, but art education is strong and important for our students. And we have 17,000 members out there, 4,000 of which are here in Seattle, 4,200 which are here in Seattle.
Yeah.
And so we're always striving to include art education, visual art education, and design into the experience of a student. That's what makes a whole child, to include the arts.
Yeah. You know, when I was growing up, we used to just kind of separate, art education, math, English, but there's a different approach, right? Would you say it's kind of infusing into some of these things?
Absolutely different. We understand that the things that we love, the things that we buy, things that are designed, takes a complete team. It takes engineers, it takes marketing people, and it takes designers and artists. So it's not in isolation anymore. Art education is out there in design. They're helping companies, our business people want creative thinkers, and so we're at the table.
Yeah. So you were here for a conference this past weekend here in Seattle. Describe what the conference was like. Did you talk to other educators, kind of just bounce ideas off each other?
Fabulous conference here. We've had 4,000, like I said, 4,200 members here, and we range from the youngest child, preschool, all the way through university and college. Even lifelong learners are here. So we had 1,000 sessions here by members, for members, presenting their ideas, their classroom activities. We had keynote speakers. We had local artists. We had 5 local artists here from the Seattle area join us. So we had lots of activity.
What can parents do to ensure that their kids are getting a quality art education instead of just doing painting or whatever? But like, what can they do?
That's a great question. I think it first starts with just watching their children, watching their children grow, appreciating how kids like to build things, how they like to make things, and not be judgmental about it. Just provide lots of materials for them to be creative at home, work with their friends, work with their families, make things, create things, and just enjoy that, celebrate that, and realize that that same activity should be moved right on into schools. So parents should advocate for their children to have art education, the arts, all of the arts as part of the complete experience for their children.
We were talking over the break about the difference. We hear a lot about STEM education, right? But what is STEAM? What is that?
Well, STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math, and in there we added the A, creating STEAM. The A stands for the arts, all of the arts. Visual arts is our thing, but also music and theater and dance.
A lot of parents, when they have their kids growing up, when the kids, perhaps when they get older and they say, oh, I want to specialize in art education, I have friends who are parents. I'm a parent myself, but they'd be like, well, don't you want to be like more into, science and stuff? But what can parents do to encourage that as opposed to just not encouraging that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I think parents should start with what children love to do as they grow older. If they really are into art, they should support that, like they might be really into writing or really into athletics or whatever a child does as they grow. All of us as parents, I'm a parent too, we should just nurture and support that. But realize that art education is not specifically just in a classroom painting a piece of pottery or making a painting. It is in design and a lot of technology now in art.
And a lot of companies are looking for people who have art education.
Yeah, this is what we're hearing from business, that they want creative thinkers, they want critical thinkers, they want people who can work well in groups. I'm hearing that a lot right now.
Yeah, thinking outside the box.
Outside the box. That's what makes our life so interesting and so rich.
All right, Dennis Inhulsen, thanks for joining us. Have a safe trip back to Indianapolis.
Well, thanks for having us here. It's been great. We appreciate it.
All right, cool.